and like groceries.
Do the impossible, see the invisible. Row, row, fight the power.
Okay.
Woo!
So, why do I have to start off every fucking thing we do? It's okay. I feel like every single time we start, like we record something, the first one is okay.
Okay.
Damn, I'm as original as black bald dudes with Timberland boots and pornos.
What a great way to start off this anime club. Jesus.
Oh,
I don't want to talk to you more.
right.
You're
So, so I guess Anime Club.
Anime Club.
Anime Club.
That's tentative. We'll call it whatever
to
later
be
on. After
Anime
we,
Club / podcast, I guess.
yeah, after we do more of these.
Yeah. So now we're just gonna call it whatever. So this time around we got to what? Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann!
Insert row fight the power here.
Row, row, fight the power.
Fire flower!
It's just
Row, row, fight the power.
it's gonna be like 30 seconds. Yeah, that's how it long would be, right? 30 seconds without it being copyright.
I don't know.
It's gonna be just roll. It's just like row, fight, and then that's it. It's not even gonna be fight the power. Just row, fight, stop.
Absolutely.
Then we
Row, Kakaroto!
Row, row, fight the power.
All right. So
Yeah. So, I heard about this. It was around the time Kill la Kill came out,
yeah.
or I guess finished in America. That I was like, oh, I guess I'll sit down and watch this because you had been talking about it a couple times.
Yeah.
And I had heard about it from I think Carrie.
Okay.
From Rooster Teeth, and they were doing something, and then in one of the interviews, he was talking about like his influences from all the other stuff, and he was talking about Kill la Kill, and then said Gurren Lagann was like his favorite thing, and I was like, oh, I guess I should give that a shot, and I didn't watch it for like 8 months,
Yeah.
and then it was a couple weeks ago, I was just sitting down here, and I was like, because I had a weird fuck up sleep schedule,
Yeah.
and I woke up at 4:30 in the morning. And was like, I really have nothing else to do. What else can I do? Oh, I'll finally get around to watching Gurren Lagann. So I did that, and it was the entire day.
Like, yeah, you watched the whole thing in one sitting.
Yep,
you know?
from 5:30, and I finished it at midnight that night. I took a little break to go get lunch with everybody, but besides that, all 26 episodes in one sitting.
Yeah, see,
It was great.
No, I can't just sit there for 13 hours watching one show. Like, I would have went fucking crazy if I did that.
I think it helped, actually. Slowly going crazy watching the show.
Watching the show. Like, I watched it in parts. It was okay. But, my story is, I guess, a little bit different from yours. Because it was like, I always knew of it, but I never watched it. It was more just, alright, people like Gurren Lagann is cool. I've seen it like on Tumblr and pretty much any social media I haven't been on. And I was like, oh, that looks cool. Not gonna watch it. Looks cool though.
Right.
And then it really picked up because I was watching the Best Friends. I seen that they released that. They had a mailbag video where someone sent them that expensive Gurren Lagann.
Dear Lord. Yeah.
Like, I was sitting there like, God, that looks awesome. Still not gonna watch it though.
Oh, yeah.
So there was that, and then after you watched it, that's when it picked up, because I was like, you know what, I call myself an anime fan. I haven't
And you still haven't watched it, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I know everybody and their mom watched it.
Yeah,
and I try to do my best to watch all the things everybody watches.
Yeah. And plus it's a Gainax.
True. That's even more of a reason to watch it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I like that other stuff. Let's do this.
Okay.
So it was after you did the 13-hour marathon of it. I was like, all right, I'll watch this.
Yeah.
And I just started sitting down, and I started in episode 1, and I would watch like an episode or 2 each sitting.
Right.
Because I don't know why, it's just I couldn't burn through it like I did most shows. Like,
yeah.
I actually had to sit down and watch it.
And it is a lot to take in.
True,
Each
I
episode.
did that. Yeah, because it's like, I'm gonna say it's not slow, because it's not.
Okay,
But
it starts off slow.
Yeah,
it starts off slow.
But that's how most shows starts off. Like, I wouldn't have wanted it if it was like, don't get me wrong, I love Kill la Kill. I really do. But like the first like 2 episodes, it's just like character text, character text.
Yes.
And I mean, they made Kill la Kill cool, but at the same time, I don't know if I could have did this show like that, because I think in this show it's actually more characters I could pay attention to.
Yes.
Versus Kill la Kill.
Yes. Kill la Kill only had like 4 people you really cared about.
Yeah, true. It was like Gamagora, Mako, Ryuko, Satsuki.
Yeah.
And then smaller characters I'm like, oh, they're
Yes. But then this one is like every single person on the team has their own backstory and it gets a little crazy.
Yeah, like it was alright though.
Yeah, and that was one of the problems I had. As you said, it starts off slow, or I guess I both said it starts off slow.
Yeah.
Usually the first episodes of any anime is like setting up the world.
Yeah.
Dear Lord, for the first 15 minutes of that first episode, the most boring thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Because it starts off and you're like, hey, you're in space. And you're like, yeah, that's what the show's about. And then it's like, nope, we're down underground. We're going to hang out here for an episode. Ah. I was literally like, maybe the show isn't for me. I'm done.
Just the first episode was like, fuck it.
Yeah, and but then as soon as he like was digging through and you saw Login,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, so maybe it's gonna pick up right here, and then the Beastman fell through. And I was like, okay, it is gonna pick up. I'm gonna let this.
Yeah, I feel you. All right, Dryer, we can eat, bro.
Yeah,
you a Dryer too.
Laundry. Shit, son.
But yeah, I felt the same way. It was mostly like, all right, he's drilling. That's what he does. That's the thing.
He drills.
That's what now? Nope, he's still drilling. Okay, what else?
And then Kamina showed up.
Then Kamina showed up.
I know you have your problems with Kamina.
I hate Kamina. Shit. Like Kamina, like I have Goku syndrome with Kamina. Yeah. Which I think is just amazing that you're playing the Dragon Ball Z.
It's okay. Goku's not here. Kind of. Gogeta's here.
Part of him. But yeah, it's just he has Goku syndrome to me because he's like, oh, Kamina, I'm perfect and everybody loves me and everything's great. That's why the episode spoiled.
It's full spoilers. Full spoilers.
Oh yeah.
Is how this is gonna work out.
But the episode he died when he finally actually showed weakness.
Oh yes.
I was like, good. I'm enjoying this.
See, I like that, but then also in the first episode where he gets Gurren, where he shows it shows his father's skull or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, okay, so he does have chinks in his armor. That's pretty cool. I enjoyed his weakness.
And that was a perfect Dynex moment. I loved it.
Yes.
Just due to the fact that shit like that happens in both FLCL, fucking
yes,
and Neon Genesis Evangelion. Like, they have that moment where it's just the character and a bunch of the colors flash and shit.
Yes, yeah.
That was the moment I said I can stick with this. I was like, okay, you got one thing that reminds me of other stuff.
Gainax really loves flashing colors.
I know.
I don't know, like, it's just, they really love it.
It's real cool, because I was like, I don't know, at first when I first seen this, him looking at this one, I was like, what's this? And then, I don't know what it was about the flash, but I was like, oh, it has to be that. During that time where it was just a bunch of different colors.
Oh,
flash.
yeah.
I was like, alright, that has to be, like, someone who knows or that or something.
Showing his breaking psyche or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever symbolism.
Symbolism.
No.
But, yeah, common still.
Yeah.
Eh.
I would say, also for Gainax, not a lot of symbolism in this one.
True, it didn't go as crazy as some other things.
Yeah.
Like, it was just really, I guess, talking about just humans in general. And
Yeah.
how they, I guess, have hopes and dreams, but too many.
I did enjoy that whole aspect, the whole spiral DNA type thing. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Like, that took me a while to get there, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was like, spiral, what? Whatever. I just thought about the drill the whole time. I didn't know exactly what was going on until the end. Anyway.
I guess if you want to count that as symbolism, they did a really good job with that. But
yeah, I guess that would be something I could go back and pick up on if I go back to it soon. But yeah, it was still pretty good. It wasn't. I didn't feel like it was as heavy as, I guess, Kill la Kill or Evangelion, like message-wise. Yeah. Because it's like, I love Kill la Kill.
Yes.
Love it.
We all do.
Once it got to the end, I felt like it just started drilling in life fibers. Like,
yes. Yeah.
It got too much for me at once.
I get it. You like being naked. Love your body.
I'm just saying, it tripped me out even more because, like, as someone like who didn't watch them back to back to back and watched it week to week, I still felt like it was too much.
Yeah,
so
I guess.
Assuming if you watch it back to back to back,
which I more or less did. I think I watched like half of it in one sitting, and then watched the other half like a month later or so.
Yeah, like that wasn't going to work out at all for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's one plus for Gurren Lagann is it did like it. The tone switched up and it got a little more spirals, but it was still not to the point that I couldn't enjoy it.
Of course, yeah. And I mean,
like, just turn off and not think about it.
Yeah. And just the entire show went from, okay, this is manageable, this is a little weird, this is crazy.
Yeah. And
then the time skip happens. Like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. Did he just punch a galaxy? I think he did.
Oh, God. Alright, I guess let's just break it up into the parts then. The first half. What, I guess, if you had to say, what's your favorite part of that?
Favorite part of the first half?
Yeah, first half.
Ooh. You go first. I'll think about it.
I'm just going to break it up by just episodes in general.
Okay.
The first episode with Comedy on the Fall, V-Raw.
Ooh, yes.
And that was just the action scenes in that one.
I love that.
It was real good to look at. Then, episode 5, the one when they went to Roshio's, I think that's how you pronounce it, Roshio. The dude with the whatever. Yeah. I just like that one for the whole color, the way it was just like grayish. Yes. The whole episode
that was until
they left.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that looks amazing. And I'm like, I'm glad that it's only here for one episode because if it would have been here even more,
oh, absolutely.
But that was pretty cool, and it showed the whole how humans and how they can control like the other humans. Like with the main priest who was like, "Yo, if we get more people here, the Bible said we have to kick them out." And I was like, "Oh yeah, sucks." But the truth is, we can't sustain more than 50 people. I'm like, oh, that kind of gives you an example of how the world really is.
Yeah, and then it also had a parallel to their old world, their little pit.
Yeah. And I like the way that it was a perfect parallel, but the same way it was like, it showed them that just because we think that it should be this way doesn't mean that it works for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were like, oh no, this guy's still abusing everybody, and we need to stop him.
And everyone was like, no, he's protecting us.
Yeah. So I was like, that's pretty good, because I guess it shows that not everything is the same way it should, And I think that was really it for me for the first part until the actual when they fought before main Beastman.
Yeah, that and then the whole. I mean, I guess we're counting Lord Genevi's first death as the first part, like before the time skip.
Yeah,
that part was good. The thing with when Simon like realized like right after I think it was the episode or two after Kamen's death, where he, I guess, came back to life with everybody, where he saves Nia from Guam. Yeah. And he was just like, "No, I'm not my bro. I'm me. I'm Simon the like, that's cool. That part gave me chills. There were a couple parts in this that gave me chills, and that was one of them.
I can agree with that because Simon, he was a good guy. I liked him, and he had typical Dynax character development, which was great.
Where he's useless, and then he's even more useless, and then he stops being useless, and then he gets kind of useless again.
Perfect. That is a perfect example. Think of Ryuko. Like, that was her whole thing. She went from being like, I'm hot, well, it's the opposite of her. She went from, I'm hot shit, to I'm nothing. So I'm hot shit again, now I'm nothing again.
Yes.
Now I'm hot shit again. So it just, hers is the opposite.
Then you get Shinji, and it's just like, I guess I'm gonna get in the robot.
Just shit.
But your dad loves you, get in the robot.
God, that thing is the greatest thing ever. But, as a character, what do you think of Simone? Like, if you... Like,
first of all,
like him?
I'm gonna call him Simon.
I'm
not gonna call him Simon.
I hate, like... I want to call him Simon, but it's making me actively think about it because after hearing Shimon the whole time, which I agree with you. I think it should be Simon. But just the fact that Japan can't say S-I sound, it has to be she.
Yeah, but I'm gonna call him Simon. I like Simon. Simon, really, really good protagonist.
Yeah.
As I just said, he had a really good arc. I kind of wish the ending would have been a little bit better for him. But that also goes back into why Nia is, like, still my favorite character in that show. But, yeah, I'm all for it.
Wait, she's your favorite character in the entire show?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know.
Like, I'm not trying to say you're wrong.
No, yeah, I understand. I I don't really know. Like, I always, in any anime, I really like just the cute girl in the show.
Yeah, I get that.
And she absolutely plays that up. And she gets the whole innocence thing. But she's also been, like, she's one of the many children of Lord Genevieve that he had. So she's seen, like, the dark side of everything.
Yeah.
But still has, like, that childlike innocence. She's like, no, he loves me. I guess he forgot about me. Oops.
Yeah.
And then during the time skip and, like, after that, where she, like, learns, we're like, oh no, everything was supremely fucked up. And then, where's she at? But she was Simon's love interest for whatever reason. I was like, alright, whatever, I guess they need that. And him and Yoko are never gonna happen.
So, which is, I guess, kind of good with her and her fucking Mortal Kombat 3 Sonic Blade Kiss of Death.
Absolutely. But then, the first episode after the time skip, where it was just like, hey, guess what? Yep, she's now, I guess not technically, she's like evil, but she's a part of the bad side.
Yeah.
And is being absolutely used by them. But she has the what I'm trying to say, the whole undying. What am I looking for? What word am I looking for? Where she trusts in Simon.
Yeah. No matter what's going on, even though she can't.
She's
really
completely trapped, and like in her body, she's not even saying the words that are being said. It's just all being controlled, and then she comes right out and is like, "Simon, save me!"
Yeah.
And then in the end with the anti-spiral, where she's being held up to death, and she's just like, "Nope, Simon's gonna find you. He's gonna kill you." Same way that she was with Warren.
Yeah. Like,
where you're just like, Simon's here, he's never gonna lose to anybody like you guys, so have fun being dead.
Yeah, I do that one.
So she just has, like, that unbroken spirit, I guess you can
call it. Yeah, like, my favorite character, like, I guess I can say I like the protagonist, like, Simone, fucking, yeah, I like Leah too. She's good. Still, my favorite character is just Leon. Not gonna lie at all, because it's just like the fact that he went through the entire show. He's the only character that didn't have a point where I was like, "Shut up, I hate you." Which
absolutely
every other character in the show has like that one fucking point for me.
Yes,
I'm done with you. Get away from me.
There's always that one. Like there's the people in every anime that have that.
Yeah, I guess if I had to call him. Comparing any character, like once again going back to Kill, he would be the Mako of this show for me. Not because like he's crazy quirky, but just the fact that he didn't change in like my opinion. Right. Throughout the show.
There was one point where my opinion changed, and that goes into another thing. I hate Rocio. With a goddamn passion. And it has to do with the whole why I hate Rocio is after the time skip, he puts everything on Gurren Lagann and makes Simon the bad guy.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. He tries to redeem himself. Doesn't happen with me. But Leron's right there. He's just like, yeah, I'll do whatever. I mean, and I was just like, come on. Yeah, I mean, you know that Simon did all these bad things. You know that all this other stuff. Don't hide behind Rocio because you have a good science job right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Or a good mechanic job.
Yeah, I can get it. That could be it. But my thing is, even like, at the point while the shit was going down, I think out of everybody who was a part of Rocio and actually supporting him, Leron was the first one to go, yeah, fuck it, I'm going to Gurren Lagann.
Right.
Like, that's another thing that I was like, okay, he like, I felt like he was there, but he was in that position where you really couldn't do shit.
Yeah. Then they had the whole, like, spiral technology that they were working on. Yeah. Spinning everything.
just fucking spin around.
Spin it. Speed.
But it was so great. But let's just keep on going on fucking Rocio.
Yes.
Fucking say it.
As I told you, there was a point where I got really mad. So I have literally written here, least favorite character, motherfucking Rocio.
I have that written down too. Like it says, episode 15 through 27. Fuck Rocio. Fuck Keenan too.
Oh yeah.
She pissed me off too. The fact that she just pretty much turned into his little fucking lapdog.
Yes.
And I hate that.
Absolutely, because she was great in the pre-time skip.
Yeah, all of the fucking black siblings were pretty good. Yeah. But yeah, fuck it. Let's go through them individually now. Right. While we're on Keenan, let's just start with her since she's here first. But yeah. Fuck her, because she turned into fucking
fuck her post-time skip.
Yeah,
pre-time skip, she was like,
I was like, oh, she's the cute little character with the glasses that's kind of shy.
Yeah.
Not super crazy. I like that character.
Yeah, like I wasn't super big on the black siblings pre-time skip.
Yeah, pre-time skip until they started falling for Kamina. That's when I liked them.
Yeah.
But then they started falling for Kamina, and I was like, y'all losing me.
You're losing me.
You're losing me.
No one likes Kamina. Shut up.
Like, anybody that likes Kamina immediately goes to my shit list. So, it was that. And then
Since I actually don't know their names.
Kial, the youngest one.
Oh, okay.
I liked her. But she really didn't get to the point where she did anything in the second half of the time.
Yeah. She was like, I'm here.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, I'm just gonna chill. Then you got my favorite one, fucking Catan, which I love. With
absolutely.
Like, he's amazing.
Oh god.
Like, I love his whole. He's another character I think that didn't really change either. I give him that.
Right.
Like, he was just all like, fuck you, I'm gonna do my best. It was that part right after Kamina died, and he was kind of getting all, hey, I'm the leader.
I'm the leader now because I'm old and male.
Fuck you, no, you're not.
It's called Team
Tiger. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, no, you're not the leader. But I think it was just the whole point of him just trying to say, we need a leader, and I'm just trying to take the place. And I don't feel like he was trying to actually.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to like usurp power.
Yeah.
Usurp power. Sorry.
Yeah, he was just like, we need someone here.
Someone needs to lead the charge, and I guess no, because Simon's gonna fucking mope in a corner.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I have to do this.
Yeah, like he was like, okay, I'm gonna be there and be that moment when you snap and I tell you, hey, you do shit.
And then it also has the wonderful interrogation scene between him and Nia.
Oh, yeah.
What is this? What about that?
Like,
oh,
Jesus Christ!
I gotta hold on. Gotta take a moment. Oh God, no!
Jesus.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Fucking monster hunters.
I'm sorry, that was fucking
That was terrifying.
Just little fat blue Goku. Oh,
Why?
Okay.
Why? Alright, we're going back. Sorry. I don't know what we were talking about.
We're talking about Catan.
Oh, okay.
Then him being the second victim of Yoko's kiss of death.
Absolutely. But that was another chill moment. Okay. Let's finish up the black siblings and we'll get on to that.
Okay. I'll say Yoko because
and then what's the last one? Kial?
Yeah, Kial.
Which is the blonde.
The blonde one. Yeah. I love her. Just the fact that she was like, I was like, oh, she's cute. I think I might like her. Then after time skip, she turned into Hot Mom.
Oh yeah.
Which is my favorite character anime treat.
Oh yeah.
Which is Hot Mom. So
I actually forgot that the younger sibling was in there.
Yeah,
was there.
During that time. Yeah, she was just there.
She was just there, being like, "Oh, you have a child now."
You have a child.
I guess I
could easily do shit, but nah, I'm not gonna.
Absolutely. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, but it was like episode 24, so like right near the end of the series. They go off into space and they're fighting the spiral, and you have like the first, I'm gonna say major, but they were super minor characters in Team Daigoran got killed.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that sucks. Nothing can get worse than this.
Oh yeah.
And then I started episode 25. Everyone dies!
Everyone's dead right now.
Like, I finished 24, I started 25, I was like, man, that would really suck if, like, big characters died during this episode. And then fucking King Catan. I'm like, fucking...
It was so bad.
Yeah, and it was as soon as, I guess I knew he was gonna die because he was going off into the abyss.
Yeah.
But then he kissed Yoko. I'm like, alright, he's done for.
Well,
no coming back now.
No coming back.
He is absolutely 100% dead. Forever and always.
Dead forever. The fucking Jogan and Balabo, I felt sad when they died, but they died like bosses.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Saving, I can't remember their names.
Fuck, I have the names here. No, I don't. The fucking Gary and Gimme.
Yes. Which I really love, because it's just left and right.
Yeah.
You're on the nose about that one.
I like the way they grew up too, I'm not gonna lie. I like their whole transition into adults and how they were like, we're gonna be pilots now. And even though they're fighting for Rocio and I couldn't stand them, but it's understandable.
Yeah, of course.
It's totally understandable.
And then they were like, we're better than Gurren Lagann because we're new.
And
I'm like, go die in space.
Like, whoa there, Luke. But they, like, once they realized, man, we're not as good as we
We're not as good, yeah.
And they noticed it, so I give them that.
If only we had unlimited spiral energy like Simon.
Oh, no, but we don't. Oh, that
No.
sucks.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's the last good one. Damn, we went through a good amount. Okay, so fuck it. We can go ahead and get on Yoko now.
Okay.
If you want.
Sure.
Okay.
You can start with that.
Alright, Yoko. Started off, I was like, alright, she's okay. I never really had a point where I was like, I love Yoko throughout the show.
Yeah, it starts off and you're like, okay, she's
Yeah.
the fan service character
Yeah,
of
she's
the
a fan,
series.
so she does a thing. She's kind of funny at times. Like the whole part when they were walking, it was, I think it was one episode. I can't remember which one, but it was like, I mean, it was like your ass is fat or something. She was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh yeah, and she just sat on him.
Yes.
Alright, that's kind of fun. I give her that. But then once she started actually falling in love with Kamina, I was like, fuck her. How dare she do that?
Yeah.
Even though she did nothing wrong.
For the first quarter of the show, I was like, okay, so apparently, because I knew Kamio was going to die, more or less. I was like, because I was like, he's not in any of the other promotional things I've seen. Like, I more or less avoided spoilers, minus how big Super Galaxy Gurren Lagann turns into.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, so I guess he dies, and then she's like, and then falls in love with Simon.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, but she totally just kissed Kamina. Simon's pretty sad.
Oh,
That's not going to go over well.
so
And then he dies, and then Nia shows up. I was like, okay, there we go. That one's going to last
This is
forever.
gonna work out.
And then I was like, that's going to last forever, and then it doesn't.
I do like that about this show. It's like, oh man, this relationship is gonna work out. The ones you think are gonna work out doesn't. Then the ones you don't even think about happens.
The fucking bald dude.
Oh yeah.
His wife. Oh, that's so sad.
Speaking of her, this is something I see and I looked it up and it isn't really a connection, but I just thought it was interesting. The fact that she's like the main creator, well, she's like the main mechanic person for the team, right? Like she sits and builds shit.
Yeah.
She kind of looked like the dude from Kill la Kill who made all the life fiber stuff. Kinda, not a lot.
I
Like
didn't hear about that.
No, it's not something
yeah.
you heard about. It's just something I looked at. I was like, they kind of look alike, but they don't look too much alike. But I was like, oh, they both got blonde hair.
But
They
they
kind of
have
have
like,
that.
listen,
Yeah, similar. So I was like, all right, that's kind of neat.
that's cool.
But it wasn't really.
I mean, because we all know they totally pulled everything from Gurren Lagann to make Kill la Kill.
Yeah, it's like, fuck it, might as well
There's no
go.
denying that. We're a new studio. Let's just remake what we did.
It was kind of sad though. When he
Yeah.
died, though.
Yeah, but going back to Yoko,
Oh yeah.
she was good. She did her whole thing during the time skip. It was all right. I was like, okay, I can get behind it.
Like,
And then first episode post time skip, you're like, okay, everybody's now out and about. Everyone's away. And it got me I got about halfway through the episode, and I was like, I haven't seen anything about Yoko.
Yep.
And then the next episode happened, I'm like, she's still not in this one.
Yep.
And then I came like 4 episodes in, and then I was like, this one's starting off with Yoko. What has she been? Oh my god! Oh, and then she had that entire cute. Like everything about that episode was like, oh.
Yeah, that's the episode that brought me back to her. Like,
Yes,
that's the
like
first episode I was kind of, I like her.
Yeah, and it more or less because the other ones really didn't, but that one showed that people really did have a normal life after Lord Genevieve died.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I can get behind that. That's pretty neat.
Plus, I like Yoko Sensei. I have think Yoko Sensei is the best Yoko. Because every other Yoko, I was like, I hate you.
Yes.
But just the fact that she was like, alright, I just want to live a quiet life and not do too much.
Yes. And then the Beastman attacks, and then she goes right back to not Yoko Sensei.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, you were great for all of the one episode.
Oh, yeah.
When she came back, she wasn't as annoying as before.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So I'll give it that much as well. But I did get confused when they went into friggin' space and she had the friggin' star nipples and
Yes.
no pants is what I'm gonna call it.
Oh, yeah,
Because
yeah.
it was pants, but
Yeah, but there were no pants.
it was at her ass crack. And
Absolutely.
I'm like, alright. This is
you gotta move around in your Beastman.
I'm like, alright, Coco.
You gotta get all the moving arounds.
I was like, as long as you don't kiss anyone else,
Oh, you fucked.
wait.
Okay, you kissed the time.
so,
You goddamn it.
you killed him, Yoko.
You killed him. You killed him, Yoko.
God, how can you limit yourself when you do not one, but two guys?
2 people. She She killed 2 leaders of Team Tiger.
Simon was like, yeah, fuck that.
Yeah. So, I'm not gonna deal with that.
Go with this today.
I got Nia. Oh, no, I don't.
Oh, wait. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. But, okay. Let's move on to another one of my favorite characters. Viral.
Love him.
Love him.
Love him. Like,
He has a really good arc that is,
Yeah.
like hidden for the most part, but it comes to fruition, and, like, it hits its climax and drops back down, in the episode where they go into the extra-dimensional whatever it is, where they're just locked in, like, their space comas.
oh, yeah.
Because he's a beast man.
Yep.
He's a beast. He cannot feel emotions. He's just there to be and exist and then die, thanks to Lord Genevieve.
Yep.
But then, all of a sudden, he has a dream about having a loving family, wife, and child. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to do that.
You can't do this. I just love the fact that, like, after he broke out of it, he was like, wait, I can't do this. And then he just left.
Yeah.
Like, everybody else was kind of like, oh, man,
Maybe I should stay in this dream
Yeah.
world. And he was just like, oh, there's Kamina.
He was like, all right, I'm out. Deuces.
This ain't real.
This ain't real. See you later. But I liked him. Like, in the whole him and fucking Simon being locked up in prison.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Yes, and that weird fight.
That fight with the giant chicken dude. That was
Fucking
great.
chicken guy.
I was like, where the fuck did this dude come from?
Poor him. He got
Oh, he got just shattered.
completely murdered.
Like, Jesus Christ, you don't have a chance. Like, why are you even trying anymore?
God damn it! I need Cell to show up.
Oh yeah.
No, fucking Beerus. Hey, look.
No, Dragon Ball Z.
Bro, why does he have a fucking? Why do you have a mustache and a beard?
Who the hell do you think I am?
He's hiding. He didn't die. He actually just ran away. He didn't want to fucking chill.
That wasn't planned, everybody.
He's like, oh shit, they found me.
Why are they talking about me? Oh yeah.
Do you know who the hell I am? No, you're not supposed to.
Somebody.
But Jesus Christ, yeah, we were all like, he was great. I like him.
Yes.
He was amazing.
Yeah. And then he had his weird heartbreak episode after Kamina's death, which he didn't know about.
Oh,
He
yeah.
came back and was fighting Simon and Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
And he was just like, let me talk to that guy. And then they're like, he's dead. And he had the, I don't know if they put in the glass breaking sound, but definitely felt like there was one. When I think about it, yeah. I've been fighting you,
Yeah.
you 3-year-old.
I do love the fact that he finally gave Simon his props in the prison episode.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, yeah, you're still badass. I'm not even going to
Oh, yeah.
try to act like you're not. I mean, that was great.
That was good.
Did you need something?
Friggin', who do we have next? I'm thinking of all the main ones. Who we can go through.
Rossio. I guess Lord Genevieve, if you want to talk about Lord
we
Genevieve
can
for a
talk
bit.
about it for a minute. First thing, I love the way he just pretty much looks like Jet from Cowboy Bebop.
Yes, absolutely.
Like just period. He looks like Jet from Cowboy Bebop. And I just love the whole fight against him and how he was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go out and just fight you without...
Oh yeah, I have so much spiral energy. I'm gonna fucking...
Just, I don't know what it is, but every attack he does for some reason just seems like the sickest shit.
Oh yeah.
And just, you're just like, oh yeah, I'm just all big and strong and I'm just gonna fuck shit up. I loved it. I really did. Yeah,
And then, of course, he dies.
yeah, he dies.
He dies. And
The fact
then,
he just came back in the day, I was like, oh,
yes.
okay.
It was the one good thing that post-time skip Rossio did. Was bring him back to life.
You're gonna bring it back. Yeah, that's true. That's the only thing worthwhile
Oh,
that he did. I think, yeah.
And he has like his weird, like I can't think of any examples, but like he has this weird like joke pulling that he makes when he's in the ship later on.
Oh yeah.
And he's just like, oh, so he's not a giant asshole.
Yeah, it's like,
and it goes, I guess, goes ahead to show once the anti-spirals show up. He was like, yeah, I knew about this, guys. That's why I was doing all my evil things that you guys called. I was trying to protect us from this shit, and you just fucked everything up.
fucked everything
What's
up.
wrong with you?
Like, oh yeah, the moon. Yeah, that's not the moon.
Oh, yeah.
This is shit, my baby.
Yeah, the moon's a ship. It's gonna kill us all.
God, that moon.
Oh yeah, and that was another really weird thing that the anime did. Is I mean, it had like the traditional anime style, art style and everything. But as soon as the anti-spirals came in, they were like their weird CG mixed in.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's a good way to show that it's different and like non-human.
Yeah.
But it really threw me off guard. I was like, this is not anything like what I've been looking at the past 14 hours.
I just like I like the occasional change in anime style, animation style, and just the way things look. And it was cool looking. I really liked the look of it. Like the whole, the friggin' king main anti-spiral dude.
Oh,
Where
yes.
he's just squigglies.
Yeah, he had the Ed Netty style going.
Yeah. I was like, I like him. Let me look at him more. That was great. Just the way he just showed up and he was all like, hey, I planned pretty much everything so far.
God, those guys are assholes though.
Yeah.
Especially when they showed their world and it was basically just Earth.
Yeah.
But they were all dead people, like dead inside and outside people. I was like, you guys suck.
Yeah. I mean,
nothing about that is cool.
Yeah. You just like, I'm just the consciousness of everybody.
Oh yeah.
I'm just here. Like something.
But I enjoyed him more than Lord Genevieve as a
villain.
As a villain, yeah.
Yeah. I give you that one. Because it's like, yeah, Lord Genevieve, he was just kind of there, it seemed, until he actually got out and started doing stuff. He was just kind of like, I'm the bad guy, I'm just big, bad, and brooding.
Yeah, because he had like the whole bad guy persona and blah blah blah, but Anti-Spiral was like, everything you know and love is gonna die, and there's nothing you can do to stop it, which are some of my favorite enemies of all time, where they're just like, yeah, you're all dead.
Yeah, it's not a real major reason why I'm doing this, I'm just doing it.
Yeah, it's just, I have to.
Yeah, like, I have to, like, it's like, things have to happen as well.
Oh.
And something that tripped me out was the whole, these guys came to fight me a bunch. This happened many times before, a bunch of Spiral guys coming to fight me.
Yeah, it had like the Matrix thing going on.
Yeah.
It's like, this is not the first time I've dealt with people like this. It doesn't happen this way, guys. And then, of course, Simon and all of his everything. No, it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
because I said so. Because Kamina.
Still, fuck Kamina.
oh yeah.
Anytime you have a character that dies and the second character gets strong, he's my least favorite
right.
protagonist guy. Like, I will set him with, I hate him almost as much as I hate Dragon Ball Z Goku.
Yeah.
He's pretty much on the same level for me.
Yeah. That's understandable though.
Yeah, like I cannot stand the everybody loves me characters. I need flaws in my characters.
Absolutely.
I don't need perfect characters. Well, he has his flaws, but I don't need the character that everybody thinks this guy can play to.
Yes.
Now then.
Which is why I like Simon.
Let's play a little game.
He has, I guess that's the point of the whole opening, like the first half of that thing. He's showing that, yeah, he's not a perfect human being. And he does have multiple things wrong with him. But it doesn't stop him from doing what he wants.
I guess the jig is the way it needs to be.
Yeah. Oh. Alright, 18's dead. No! It's a good thing I'm wearing all of her clothes.
Oh, yeah. So, let's just talk about when it got to the ending, I guess.
Okay.
So, they killed the spiral. The anti-spirals.
Yes.
Everything's great.
Everything's great. Nia's saved.
Nia's saved. Get to the actual ending with the wedding. Get married.
I almost cried. Just gonna go ahead and say, almost cried.
You almost cried, really?
Yeah, I was like, oh, they're having a nice happy ending. I was like, I didn't think this would be possible. And she's now evaporating. God damn it.
See, I didn't know any spoilers about Caroline coming at all. And the second she was there, I was like, how is this possible? Though, like, the second she started walking, I was like, this isn't going to work out.
Oh, like at the wedding party?
Yeah, at the wedding. I was like, this is either like a dream or something. This isn't going to work out. And then when she disappeared, I was like, yeah, I kind of expected this to happen.
Nah, I was like, maybe they found a way to do it because we've seen the effects of spiral energy. We've seen everything that it can do. Maybe it can do that. And they talked about that in one of the other episodes. It's like, why don't you just use it to bring people back to life?
Yeah.
And it was like, no, we can't do that. And I was like, you can make an exception because it's your wife.
I'm just saying, but then it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like the whole being stronger than God type thing. Like, you can't have that much
Yeah.
power.
Yeah.
Like, this is not possible.
Yeah. And I was like, come on, you can do it. You can do it once. You can do this once for me, please.
I was like, she disappeared.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
I was like, this is a thing now. So I wasn't too upset. Like, I'd seen it coming, so I was kind of prepared for it. And don't get me wrong, it was kind of sad, but just the fact that Simon knew it was happening to him, he's like, yeah, this, we both did. I'm like,
And then of course he doesn't technically get a happy ending either.
yeah,
And I was like, oh shit, that's even worse.
yeah, just the fact that it kind of ended. I don't like the way his story ended though.
Yeah, where he just becomes a random dude like running around town. I was like, yeah, yeah. That was another thing. I was like, I kind of wish he had a better ending.
Yeah, like it was just kind of, hey.
Did you hear about Simon the Digger? He saved everything. So yeah, totally. I heard about him somehow. I'm totally not him with my shovel and my and my drill that I'm carrying around. Totally never heard of this guy.
And Buta, who never ages.
We'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, I love Buta. Buta was great.
Yeah.
Buta was wonderful comedic relief.
Yeah.
When it got super dark.
Yeah.
He was there.
It's like Buta. I just like how Buta is just. It seems like at a glance you would think Buta isn't going to do nothing, and the fact that Buta at every super major, we need power, we need help part,
he was there, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." Blah.
That's cool.
Blah.
Just the whole. Oh man, we need extra spiral energy. Where's the spiral energy coming from? Oh wait, it's Buta. He's been with us the whole time. He's full of spiral energy.
And it's just like sitting there with Viral. It's like, what the fuck is going on? How can he do this?
I was like, oh my god, this is great.
Oh. Blah.
Then, when he became human,
yes,
that threw me off a little bit. But I was like, okay.
Alright.
You need somebody to stand up.
So I'm gonna go ahead and skip into this. I was gonna say this for last, but this was something I heard about like the night after I watched this.
Okay.
Because did you rewatch the first episode?
I didn't. I meant to. I never got around to it.
Okay. I did that. I watched the first episode. Something was weird in my mind, so I looked it up, and there was a theory on Tumblr that someone did. Play along. Play along for a bit while I go look at this.
Alright.
Hold on. And it had to do with Buta, and I was like, okay, that makes sense, because Buta's just kind of weird. Okay, so, first episode, where they go to break out of their underground thing. Their thing is they ride pig moles all the way out. Those are fully grown pig moles.
Yeah.
He has Buta, which is like a baby pig mole.
Yeah.
Buta never grows up.
Yeah, Buta never grows up.
At all. He's 27 years older at the end of the anime.
Okay.
He's still tiny. He still has all these things. So why didn't he never grow up? Is basically what that was. Was what they started with. But what I started with was in the first episode, the first minute or so, it shows person on top of Daiguren walking through, and on the deck is human Buta. I don't know if you know this.
Wait, what?
Yeah. We'll do a little time skip.
Yeah.
While I look for this. But yeah.
Jesus Christ. Like, really?
Yeah, absolutely. And I was like, what the fuck? Why is this here? I wish I could pull it up faster.
No, it's alright. Take your time. I mean, you got the gameplay, so it's not like it's going to be...
Here it is. Alright. He's sitting there. In the background.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Buta's there. And that's straight up human Buta.
Yeah, I'm going to slice you. Send it to me. I'm going to put that in.
I will.
I'll put that in the video.
Alright, so he's there. And my big question is, why the fuck is Buta there? Why is everything there? Because it sounds like Simon. You're supposed to assume it's Simon. And they go into the two major questions: is why is Buta there, and who is the person piloting Daiguren at that point? And I kind of agree with their Buta theory, not with their who's piloting, but they do it, and I'm like, why is he sitting on top of Gurn? Because that never happens in the main series.
Yeah.
Because the only time he goes human is when everyone else is in their space culture.
Yeah.
So no one's ever seen him human except for Logenevic.
Yeah.
So they go into talking about how he's, he never grows up, he never does all these things. But it shows at one of the parts in, I think, one of the movies, they showed Lord Genevieve as a child giving his spiral energy to all the creatures around him that turns him into Beastmen. And shown there is an armadillo, a scorpion, a bird, a tiny gorilla, and there's also a pig mole sitting there.
Oh, really?
So it's there, and then first episode of the show later on, where they find Logan, and he's holding the drill. Simon doesn't figure out where it goes. Buta jumps out, grabs the thing, and is like, "Put it, touch it, touch it, touch it."
Oh, snap.
And you're like, how the fuck does he know about? Like, it's just a weird guess. There's something. But then it shows, of course, he's a beast. He's not a beast man. He's a beast. Which still, they don't have spiral energy. They can't show love. They blah, 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 blah. So how does he get his spiral energy? They show it, but of course he's hanging out with Simon and all that stuff. Kind of like how Viral eventually gets his.
Yeah.
But Buta's shown it from episode 1, where he knows how to turn on the Beastman.
Yeah.
So, but what it's basically saying is that he knows everything about it, and so apparently Buta might be a super old Beastman, or whatever, that was hanging out with Fort Jen, and was like, I'm gonna help you.
Oh, wow.
I was like, that's... what?
That's trippy.
Yeah, and then they go on to talking about, in the showing on top of Diaper and the dude jingles, and it's jingly. And they're like, that's a big important thing, because no one else in the show jingles, except for one person. And it's Kamina's dad. I'm like, that would be weird.
So you're saying Buta...
That's what they're saying, is Buta is not a pig mole. He's a beastman, but he hides in like plain sight to help people try to defeat the anti-spirals because he knows Lord Geneviev's plan.
Wow.
But then when Kamina's dad went into the world, apparently he also fought the anti-spiral. I don't know. That's the one part I don't agree with because it places things weird in the timeline.
Like how exactly?
Because he would have already had to have either defeated Lord Genevieve or gotten his help to go out into space and fight the anti-spirals.
Yeah.
Because he's standing there saying all the lights in the sky are enemies.
Yeah.
All the stars, whatever. And I'm like, you have to have done so many major things to get up there in the first place. And I was like, whatever. But it was neat. That part was neat. But the whole Buta thing, I was like, that makes more sense.
That's crazy.
And then in some interview, I think someone behind the show said that the opening is like another timeline.
Oh, okay.
Like if Simon didn't take the anti-spirals threat into account or something like that, instead of like being more. I need to find that quote again. But I was like, okay, that explains why Buta is there.
Yeah, like that's cool though.
Yeah.
Like that did hit me because I'm like, yeah, Buta was a pig mole, and that will also explain. Would that explain how when Buta ripped off his butt or whatever, how it healed back?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And that was another reason why I really liked, or why I agree with it, is because in the space coma, when Viral learns love, and like all the other things, he has gained his access to his spiral energy, which they show later on when they all pop out of Gurren with their spirals. So I was like, okay, so that would make sense.
Would make sense, yeah.
Buta! And it gives him way more of a character than just being there for comedic relief and like helping out everybody. Like, all right.
Yeah,
Good going, Buta.
Yeah, because Buta didn't broke the entire damn series. He was alright.
Yep. And that was the big thing with me. I was like, why did Buta never grow up?
Gee.
And then I watched the English dub, and I was like, why is Buta on Daiguren? Why is he sitting there?
Alright, yeah. I guess I should have went back and watched the first one.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Yep.
That makes so much sense. Like,
And that was my big thing. I was like, I need someone to talk to about that.
Be like, what's going on? No one knows.
Because that part freaked me out.
I'll give you that.
Cell still hasn't shown up.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Yeah. But all in all, yeah. Good anime.
Yeah, I will give you that one. It shocked. I didn't expect much out of it.
Yes, it exceeded my expectations.
Yeah. I can honestly say that too. I expected it to be. I don't know. I didn't. After Kill la Kill, I was like, nothing can get as good as this.
Right.
And I can honestly say it did and it got to the point where it gave me exactly what I wanted. I was like, I needed some characters, giant robots, stupid attacks.
Yes.
And it gave me all that I wanted.
Oh yes.
And it even threw in some actual good storyline in there. Because I mean,
very good story.
I said this countless times before. My favorite giant robot show, well, just stupid giant robot show, is G Gundam,
Yes.
and that's just giant robots. We fight, we do our thing. Yes, plot, but the
What
whole
about
thing is
Zoids?
giant robots. See, I love Zoids too, but here's my fucking problem with Zoids, and this is kind of my problem with G Gundam too.
Uh-huh.
That they always have that stupid attack.
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
beats
The one.
everything.
Yeah.
And for
And, like,
Zoids,
why didn't you
it's-
lead with that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With Zoids, it's that goddamn thing when the swords come out the side of the tiger, he starts
Yeah,
running.
And he runs
And, yeah, and it kills
They blow
everything.
a mile behind them.
G Gundam is the damn burning fist or whatever. I think that's what you call it. And then I mean, they have this in
They have the
Gurren
Giga
Lagann
Drill
2,
Break.
yeah, the Giga Drill Break. But the fact that I think they did it on somebody and it just didn't work. I'm pretty sure he did it on.
Yes.
I think it was Lord. Was it Lord Jimmy?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he did. That was the first thing he did, and then
Yeah.
he just
And he
popped
was just
off
like,
the thing. Yeah,
no,
he
you
was
got
like,
to hold that off.
So I was like, okay.
And then, and then there's what I liked is, you know, it had a little bit of story and all that other stuff, but it had a lot of side stories as well.
Yeah.
Which I enjoyed because it's like little, like, oh, you pay attention, you get all these little tidbits.
Yeah.
Like when Simon is depressed on the Gurren and he's digging the hole while everybody's dying, basically.
Yep.
And he goes in there, and as he's about to save Nia, he's just like, hey, I found this emerald. Look at it, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, okay, that's a rock. That's cool. God damn it, you're back.
He's back.
And I was like, alright, that's pretty cool. He found a little gem, and then he proposes to her after the time skip, and it's an emerald ring. And I was like, oh my god, you gotta stop doing that to me.
Stop being cute.
Yeah, and then they had, of course, the bald guy and his mechanic wife,
Yeah.
who there, and, like, who met. And then, fucking, what's-his-face, and, Kia,
Oh yeah,
where they get married. I'm like, I would have never seen that happening. That's a nice thing.
Adorable.
That's adorable. I got a Dragon Ball.
I also love him and his whole "I have the most amazing wife" speech.
Oh, yes.
I was like, oh, this is so much. I can't take
I'm the
it.
most amazing wife.
I was like, you can't be doing this to me right now.
Oh yeah. And then was like, everybody's golf going into space. Wait, who's riding a bike? Who's doing that? And he just turns to her and she's like, just fucking go. I know you want to go.
Once again, hot mom, love it.
When you want, once again, I have the most amazing wife.
Yes,
Right after.
Oh man, I love that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, great. I would watch it again and probably try to catch things I didn't get.
Yes.
But I'll say it was worth it, and I say it lived up, I guess, to the hype.
Mm.
Like, yeah, I don't like the same characters that I think everybody else loves in the show, but it was great. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm the kind of person that goes in, wants to watch an anime, more or less, I want to watch it for the story. I want to get a good amount of story. And I also like to get chills. And this delivered on many occasions.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they did them was really good.
Yeah.
I think the biggest one for me, because the second one was when when Simon was like, I'm Simon the Digger. He has this whole Naoto speech.
Yeah.
I'm not my brother, I'm me.
Yeah, I mean, oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, he has that. But then the ending, where they go to beat the anti-spiral and they turn into Super Galaxy Gurren Lagann for the first time.
Yeah.
Where they each have their own cutaway.
Yeah.
With the whole boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, yeah.
Who the hell do you think we are? I was like, ooh, ooh. I got chills just saying it.
That's actually
That's not a joke.
That's one of my favorite lines.
I just went, ooh.
At first, I was like, okay, this is annoying, but the fact that every time something happened, who the hell do you think we are?
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
It's a good line.
That, and then my favorite line at I think it was episode, when does it end? When does the show end? 25?
27.
27? Well, the
26,
episode 26, when right before it was over, he was like, Saigo no Tatakai, our final attack, or something like
yes.
that. And I was like, oh, that's so good. And it caught me in the field. Because, like, I don't even think I was looking at the actual show at that part. I was, like, all the way on the other side of the room. And then I heard that, and I was like, oh, I understand these words. And then I turned, and I was like, oh, this looks so good. So...
And I did like the way absolutely, the show just got fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And they did it, of course, on purpose, just because they were like, yep, we're more or less making fun of anime. Here we go.
It was great, though. Like, it worked out for it, because it could have fell on his face.
Yes, it could have gotten too extreme in a way.
Yeah.
And just been completely ridiculous and not in a good way.
Yeah.
But they handled it very well.
the fact that the show had him punching the galaxy and it didn't turn stupid.
Yes, I mean it did punch. It punched a hole so that people on Earth could see it.
Yeah, but still, the fact he punched the fucking galaxy.
Oh yeah, and then I like someone did the math for, of course, because people like to do math.
Yeah. For
that fight, and it would have taken like 80 trillion years for him to punch him, like even just the one punch. And they was like, nah, fuck it. It's like a real fight. There's no space or time.
Jeez, it would take 80 trillion years just for the punch to connect.
Yeah, and he would have like murdered a bunch of people if like there was people over there.
Yeah.
And it would have taken millions of years for them to on Earth through the wormhole see the punch connect.
Yeah.
And they're just like, nah, it's like two people fighting. Just in space and giant.
It's in space and the spiral energy is protecting them and making them go fast.
That's actually what really clicked. Like in my head, it was like, I need to watch Gurren Lagann. Because I was on Reddit and there was a post and it was like, this is the size of sci-fi and sci-fi shows ships and everything in comparison to one another. So there was like the Death Star and Millennium Falcon, and all the like Star Trek Enterprises and all that stuff. And then I was like, okay, that's pretty neat. There's a bunch of big ships, so like Halo things and all that stuff. And then someone in the comments was like, hey, I fixed that for you, and it put them next to Super Galaxy Gurren Lagann. And people were like, is this really as big as that? And then someone in the comments was like, yeah, it's supposed to be like 50 million light years long. Don't ask how that makes sense. And he's back. And I went, I think I'm gonna have to watch this show now. I want to see how a 50 million light year tall ship makes sense.
Jeez. Oh man, that was also my favorite part of the show. Just, hey, that looks cool. I'm taking it.
Yes, yeah. That was when I liked Tom. He was just like, and then everyone else is like, I don't know if we did that before.
We could have totally did that.
Everyone could have done it.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, and then of course the ending of when they defeat the anti-spiral, where it's the big one, pop out, and just pops out like giant Russian dolls.
Yeah.
Until just fucking Simon punched the anti-spiral in the face.
And that was it. He just punched him. He's like,
I'm dead now, apparently.
I'm dead. Didn't see this one come. Oh, man.
I was like, alright, it's good. So, Son Goku Jr.
Son Goku.
He's doing that Slav squat, though.
Squat. But, yeah, just final thoughts, just to wrap it up nice and neat.
Yeah.
Great.
I loved it. I'd watch it again. I would definitely not sit and watch it all in one sitting.
Yeah, I would recommend that too.
I would watch it in multiple sittings. At the time I said it took over Kill la Kill as my favorite one.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not so much now that I'm looking back on it. Like it does have a little bit of its flaws.
Yeah.
But nothing that would make me not want to watch it again.
Mm-hmm.
So if I had to give it a rank on a scale of 6 to 9, I'd give it a 9.
Okay. I'm gonna rank it a little differently. I'm gonna rank it from the Gynax shows I know.
Right.
So for me, it would go at the top FLCL, no questions asked.
FLCL,
just no questions asked. Then row 2 would be Evangelion, and I would say Evangelion Panty and Stocking, same number 2.
Still no much panty and stock.
We can fix that, but that would be number 2. And this would go my spot for number 3, along with Kill la Kill.
Okay.
I would consider that on the same level.
Okay.
And yeah, we can totally fix that eventually.
Yeah.
We can add that to the list of things we need to watch.
Yeah.
I've
been meaning to watch it for a while.
Yeah. I still don't know what we're doing next.
Nah, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. But it'll be something.
Of course.
What I'm hoping is we can decide what it is before this video goes up, and then at the end I'll put next time. Then just put a little bit of the theme song or whatever. Oh my god, I think I'm going to totally do that. That's what we're going to do. We got to decide on what we're going to do. And then I'll put it, insert here. It'll be the song. Alright, but yeah, just Gurren Lagann. I agree with you.
Gurren Lagann was good, exceeded my expectations, and left me with a really good taste in my mouth.
Left me with a really good taste in my mouth.
Yes.
Just remember, row, row.
Row, row. Fight the power.
Eisenhower.
Ninja power.
Alright, guys. See you
there we
next
go.
time.